Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Happy Tuesday, guys. Thank you guys for being here. So, guys, we weren't going to have a stream tonight. Obviously, they're on vacation now, celebrating their New Year's. They said, Ash, you can suck it. No blade for you. So, obviously, there's nothing to talk about, right? Like I said, we were gonna have a stream. I wasn't gonna stream tonight, but Bobo decided that I needed to come to work. So he got us some action for tonight. And he had sent me the Mandalorian stuff, the Hasbro Mandalorian stuff, the Black Series stuff. I think last week, over a week ago at least, whenever they were announced or they were shown. And because I don't collect that stuff, I didn't really pay attention to it. And again, because there's nothing to talk about, we're gonna get into that. Some potential figures from that line. Also, the Mandalorian figure. Exactly what I told you was going to happen, even before this stuff, right? Even when I believe the first trailer, even before the first trailer, I told you what to expect with the Mandalorian figure, which now that we have the Black Series figure, I can tell you exactly what I had said. So, and also we'll see what else we get into. If you guys got any topics, questions, any drama that you want to get into, any pot you want to stir, obviously, you're all welcome to do so. Let's see who's in the house. Guys, there's 13 of you guys in here. Please hit that like button if you haven't yet. Thank you guys for being here. As usual, begging for likes. Guys, hit the like button. There's 16 of you guys in here. Please hit the like button. We're always begging for like. We got Rod in the house. Welcome, my friend. How are you doing? Welcome. We got Big Dog in the house. Welcome. Hello. We got Ash in the house. Always late.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
Ash, by the way, Howard messaged me. He wanted me to play this for you.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
He said, Blade who? Suck it, Ash. That's what he said. Don't be mad at me. That's what he told me to tell you. Okay. Oh my god. I recently got my score Xenomorph from German Cause, AK Plastic Collectibles. Boy, did he deliver. The figure is beast. You are welcome, okay? You are welcome. I told you guys he's very good. He could get things that are usually sold out. Obviously you may have to pay a little bit more, but he will always take care of you. He will always get you what you need. What sucks also now is the tariff on top of that. If you got to overpay a little bit, which again, it comes down to how badly you want the figure, and that's it. And if you're a person who doesn't really get a lot of figures and you get specific pieces, you get special pieces, then it's not really that big of a deal to, overpay that one time, which is going to be very rare anyway. But having that figure, let me tell you something, is worth every penny. People, I saw somebody in the groups willing to trade, which is crazy. I don't remember which version though, but he was willing to trade the battle damage Darth Vader for a Xenomorph. Do you know how crazy that is? I'm going to tell you why that's crazy. Again, I don't know if it was a deluxe exclusive. That's insane, which again, I don't remember which edition he had. If it's the standard, it's not really that big of a deal, right? But still, you're getting a head sculpt, right? If you're the one getting rid of the Darth Vader, right? You're losing a head sculpt, you're losing a body, right? And then whatever else it came with. Again, that's just a collector's edition. If we're talking deluxe exclusive, that's a different conversation. But to get a Xenomorph, again, the figure is incredible, right? But there's no head sculpt, right? There's no rolling eyes feature. There's no, you know what I mean? There's no light. It's just a monster. So let me tell you something. I don't think that I would that I would ever make that trade, right? I don't think I would ever make that trade. I don't think that getting rid of an actual figure, again, I understand the meaning of the Scourge. I understand the type of figure that it is, the size of the figure, everything about the figure. I get it. That's why I don't sleep on those figures. But to trade a Darth Vader over, to get that, that's kind of painful. So I don't know if I would. I don't think I would. Again, that's why I don't sleep on these figures, because I know they're all going to be great. And that's why I tell you guys, don't sleep on these figures.
Let me repeat for the fucking billionth time.
Terminator, Aliens, Predators, Back to the Future, RoboCop. Never, ever sleep on those figures, ever. Because if you think that you're going to get them later for cheaper, good luck. Look at what's happening now with the Xenomorph. Look at what's happening with the Terminators already. Look at what's happening with the RoboCop. The last one was RoboCop 3. Go find that for less than $300 and let me know. So it's crazy. And wait until RoboCop 2 comes out. Remember, that was the very first time it's getting made. Wait till RoboKing comes out. As usual, remember this conversation. Guys, there's 18 of you guys in here. Please hit that like button. We're begging for likes. Guys, hit the like button, you garlics. Do not come on the stream to be a bum tonight. Somebody keep track of the likes for me, please, too, if you don't mind. Scourge Xenomorph is a beast of a figure. I love it. Chinese New Year, guessing we won't be hearing from Hot Tools for a little while. Yeah, probably about a week at least. Which, again, like I told Ash, it is inevitable now. Once they come back, the Blade has to be one of the very first releases. So it's just crazy that they didn't release it before New Year's, which I kept telling Ash, there's no reason for them not to. But here we are. So, Ash, this is from Howard.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
Oh, my God. Oh, cool. Then maybe we get something good tonight. From where? Not from Hot Toys, I don't think. It's their New Year's, right? It was actually started yesterday because, remember, they're a day ahead. So right now it's actually 8:14 a.m. over there. So, and it's the 18th over there. So it's already started. It started yesterday. I had the choice to watch the Winter Olympics or Fast, and I had like I said, there should have been no stream tonight. Okay, if it wasn't for Bob, there would have been no stream tonight. Because I wasn't going to talk about Black Series stuff at all. I never do. You guys know that. But it looks like Bob really likes this line. I think he said he's going to be getting rid of his Hot Toys to get into Black Series. So, oh my God. Michael, welcome.
Konnichiwa means what's up?
We got Rudy. Hello! Guys, we have some good news regarding Rudy. He said Rudy Tuesdays are back to the future because he's never coming back because he's a bum. Let's see who's in the house. Got my notice for Mark 42, 2 and Gion. Yes, so guys, my Iron Spider shipping. I got my my notification email today. First time I see 3 days, so it's shipping in 3 days, which is amazing. It's about time. And then I have a few other figures. I have about three to five figures on final payment. So once I make those, it's going to be Christmas all over again. You guys remember my Christmas post? It was about 8 to 10 figures. I think it was like 8 to 10 figures that I had for Christmas stacked up. So it's going to be another one of those waves. That's exciting for me. Let's see. Bow.
How you doing?
Bow. Guys, just remember, thanks to Bob, we have a stream tonight. YouTube is down. Kick me out of all my accounts. Anyone else? Oh, my God. Unreal. Unreal. No Blade, you better play. You better play Terminator clip. I guess. Again, it's not my fault. I don't dictate that.
The priority shipping. So the earlier you
Ash, I played that for you because of Ron, not because of me, because I didn't do anything wrong, okay? If Howard decided not to not to release anything for you, hey, it ain't my fault. And like I said, for the third time, this is from Howard.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
So don't take it out on me, Ash. Don't take it out on me, because I know how you are. You blame me for everything. YouTubers working for me. No, I think Bob got a virus from Luch. I had some issues with YouTube too. Oh, I hope I don't. Carlo, welcome.
Charlie, my friend, Charlie Brigante, how you doing?
Welcome. I am here. Her Sydney. Can you imagine? Chris, how are you, my friend? Welcome. Welcome. Oh my God, Ash. Ash, I do apologize, okay? Because I know how you felt about getting your blade 2 months from now, but it's not my fault, okay? It's not my fault. I try to get your hopes up. I try to tell you it's coming. There's no reason why it shouldn't be coming, and it's not coming. Oh my God, which is crazy. Again, I give you guys an explanation why I thought it should have been released before New Year's, why it wouldn't make sense for them not to release it, and they still said, suck it, Ash. So I apologize. I apologize, Ash. We got Nightwatch. Welcome. How are you?
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up?
Welcome. Let's see who else is in now. We got 12. Like, guys, hit the like button. We got 22 watching. Do not be a roach tonight. Remember, we are begging for likes. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Don't make me beg. Please. Please hit the like button. Please help me. Scorzino is a space eater, literally and figurative. All right, keep it in your pants. Keep it in your pants, big dog. Who else is in here? Chaz, hit the like button for Fabs Publish. Don't listen to him, guys. Carlo, keep it in your pants too, okay? Guys, hit the like button, please. There's 21 of you guys in here. Do not roach on the stream tonight. We are begging for likes as usual. I'm begging in the like button. We got Leo in the house. Welcome, my hello. Welcome. Fast, where's your Dr. Doom? What do you mean? I got Dr. Actually, I told you guys they sent me the wrong one. I made my video with the wrong one, and then they sent me the right one. They sent me the special edition one. Like a week after. They shipped it like a couple days after. I think the next day or whatever. And then I got it already. It's sitting in the Pennywise shelf, actually. Fast, what do you think about Deadpool Special Edition Golden Guns back available on Sideshow? It's been available for well, that's what that's what kills the value of Marvel. Because if they would have just left it alone, right? Everybody thought it was gone. Nobody expected it to come back. It's been gone for a long time until, like you said, a few weeks ago, maybe like 2 weeks ago now. Again, they're trying to make their money, right? Sideshow has to make their money. That's why they bring it back. But then it's not that rare anymore. Now it's up for retail right now. So it's like, again, that's Marvel. DC's not doing that. For whatever reason, I don't see any DC stuff coming back. I'm on the wait list for the Batman Armory, the Cage, the Batman 89. There's something else DC. Maybe not. But yeah, they don't do that with DC. At all. They don't do that with DC at all. I was on the wait list for the Batman Dark Knight Returns also. The Fat Batman. Nope. So that's why the Bane from the Dark Knight trilogy, those figures are not coming back. You know what I mean? So that's why those figures are holding value. And I'm not saying that you can't find them anywhere, because you can, but they're overpriced now. But Sideshow's not bringing them back for retail, because the moment they do that, those expensive ones have to go down, because nobody's going to buy them. And the Bane right now, it's not cheap. You can't find a Bane for retail. I couldn't find a Bane for retail 2 months after it was released. So that's what I'm saying. DC, for whatever reason, is holding some value, at least more than Marvel. And bringing Marvel back like that. Same thing with the Wolverine. The Wolverine Deluxe is back too. The yellow Wolverine from Deadpool Wolverine. He's also back. That kills the value of the ones that were out there. It felt like, oh look, you can't really get them like that anymore. At least that's what I felt like. I got my second body from William. So I was able to have them both now. I don't know if you guys heard, for those who follow me on social media, saw my post a couple days ago of both of them together. So, they're back now. Ash. Oh, man. Me too. YouTube isn't working. If you like a video, you can go like a video, load up. YouTube is crashing out currently. Oh, no. Oh no, Ash with the super chat. Thank you. He says, you said it was coming like Gabby. Where's Gabby? You bum. Ash!
How dare you?
Ash. So I've told you about Gambit a billion times, but
let me repeat for the fucking billionth time.
And Ron had his guess on that too. He says that he thinks Gambit is going to be announced. I think he said July, right before Doctor Doom. But again, I think that it's going to be branded Doctor Doom or Doomsday, not Deadpool and Wolverine. So I don't think that's going to be the first figure to be announced for Avengers Doomsday either. That wouldn't make sense. Gambit is not any of the main characters of that movie, so that's what I'm saying. That wouldn't make sense. But if Ron is correct, then he's gonna get one of these. Oh man, Ash.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you, bro.
No, you.
No, thank you, bro.
Thank you.
No, thank you, bro.
No, seriously, you.
No, seriously, thank you, bro.
No, for real, you.
No, thank you.
Thank you, my friend. We got Ernesto in the house. Ernesto, we need $5 from you, please.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
What is this about? What do you mean? What is what about? What is what about? I help you buy for likes, leaving the carrot out there, boys. She's a sweet one. Unbelievable. Carlo, keep it in your pants, okay? Keep it in your pants. Carl, YouTube more load on my phone. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I hope it doesn't happen to me. That's all I need to. That's the last thing I need right now. I drop it like fast. 800 dropped. Oh my god, you guys are so mean. Guys, hit the like button. We got 14 likes. We got 20 watching. Don't make me beg. I always beg. Please, I'm begging you. Do not be roaching on the stream, you cockroaches. Do not roach on the stream. Hit the like button right now. Don't make me beg. Chris, keep the track of the likes for me, please. It looks like we're roaching tonight. Yep, Gambit before July, but if it doesn't happen, I'll say I never. I'll say, hold on one second. Let me take a picture of this because I have to. Just as proof that it was said. Can you imagine? Oh my God, unbelievable. So yeah, guys, tonight's stream, courtesy of Bob. I was not going to stream tonight. Again, there's no Hot Toys action to talk about. Even third party wise, I don't even think that there's anything as far as I remember right now, I could think of right now. Actually, I got a screenshot of what's happening to the Highlander figure from Jose. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see. Jose, yeah. Highlander figure release update. It's with a heavy heart that we need to delay the release of a 1/6 scale Highlander Con McLeod figure. Delivery is now expected to begin in April. My goodness, I don't know who ordered that figure. Let me know who got that Highlander figure. I know Jose got 2 of them. He ordered 2 of them, so I don't know. Guys, hit the like button. There's 20 of you guys. It looks like the roaches are staring at my mug. They just love watching me beg for likes. Guys, help me! Guys, there's 23 of you guys in here. Please hit the like button if you haven't yet. We got Sardines 2.0 in the house. Welcome.
Hello!
Chooch, where have you been? Where have you been? So that's delayed. Then you got Jazz Inc.'s Catwoman delayed for about 8 to 12 years, I think he said, because it's the 13 bodies. What else is going on? Hot Toys has delayed, I don't know. We got 17. Guys, hit the like button. There's 25 of you guys in here. Thank you guys for being here. Don't forget to hit the like button. Remember, we are begging for likes every night. Please hit the like button for me. Dreadful people in the army. No, guys, don't do it. It's a scam. It's a scam. Wait, that's what you do? You're a recruiter? I didn't know that. That's cool. You know who you could take with you, Chooch? Luch. Chooch, take Luch, okay? He needs to be made a man, okay? Right now, he's a little trans, okay? He needs to do some sit-ups, some push-ups. He needs to man up a little bit. This trans Diego stuff, which is too old. This trans Diego stuff over there is not good for him. You know, he's got that loose balloon knot. Unbelievable. Guys, hit the like button. There's 23 of you guys here. It looks like the 4 roaches are in the house. The 4 roaches are staring at my mug, taking notes. I can't wait till I get my Blitz with DeLorean in 2 years. Yeah. Also, I think the Ghostbusters might be delayed as well. The 4-pack So that's kind of, I mean, I don't mind. I don't have $1,000 right now to just be like, here you go. So I'm good on that. But my DeLorean's already paid off, which is exciting. So as soon as that's shipping, it's, whenever Spec Fiction gets that, which is apparently very late, then I'll get it. But again, free shipping. It's all paid off. I'm good on that. Thank you, guys. Guys, we got 21 of you guys in here. Please hit that like button if you haven't yet. Thank you, everybody who hit the like button already. See, that's why I beg, guys. I beg because it works. Whoever doesn't like beggars, you're a bum, okay? You're a bum. That's why I beg. I've been begging for likes from day one, okay? Because I don't YouTube, so I have to beg. If I gave you guys visuals and I said, hey, guys, look at my amazing backgrounds and look at my amazing style of YouTubing, then I wouldn't need to beg for shit, because you'd be like, oh, look, visuals, like visuals. But because I don't do YouTube, I have to beg. Okay, there's no shame in begging. Oh my god, I put off the 4-pack. Oh, another delay. Also choose delayed. Let them delay so I can catch up. Let them delay. Let them delay. I am good on that. Like I said, that the moment that 4-pack Ghostbusters comes out, I'm gonna cry. Tell you that right now. I think I'm gonna have to ask Luch for a loan. Blanken, welcome. How are you?
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up?
Do you ever change out your figures, accessories, since you have so many boxes? I imagine it must be a pain to look through. No, actually, it's funny you brought that up. For the longest time, which now I'm like regretting it a little bit. For the longest time, I would take the figure out, put whatever accessories I wanted on there, whatever hands, and that was it. That was how the figure was going to stay forever. So I have some figures with like dumb hands on, like for example, some of the stormtroopers with this hand on, which is like kind of dumb. I'm like, what a waste. I could have had just a standard hand, so I could have them like holding the weapons and stuff, this type of look. But no, instead I have this. And now the boxes are under piles and piles and piles, or up on shelves in the garage where I'm not gonna, get up there to get a hand. So, for years that's been happening. So the accessories and weapons and extra weapons just stay in the box. Now, though, for the past, I want to say 2 years, about 2 years, maybe a little bit over a year. I actually take out an extra pair of hands, blue tack them to the base. I usually take out now most of the weapons, if not all the weapons, and any other accessories, so I could, whenever I feel like taking pictures of it, I could actually swap things out. So I've been doing that now. But forever, it was however the figure is right now, that's how it's going to stay, and that's it, and I'm not looking for accessories anymore. So that's weird. That's weird that you asked that, because that just started happening, me leaving the stuff out. I forgot about the Ghostbuster. Yeah, no, that's going to suck for me. I tell you that right now. Guys, hit the like button. There's 19 of you guys in here. Do not be a roach on the stream. Do not be a roach on the stream. What the hell? I just got a commercial on a split screen with Fabs talking and muted. Commercial? What do you mean? Nobody has said anything about a commercial in forever. Do you forget to wear underwear? Oh my god. Kyle, we need to talk about a person I haven't when Signy and I hang out. Unbelievable. All right, guys. So like I said, first we're going to start with, I think, something that is going to get a few of you very excited, which is Embo. Do you have the original Ghostbusters from Blitzway? I do not. I have the Afterlife one. When the original one came out, I didn't have the original Ghostbusters. So I was like, I don't have the figure, so I don't need the vehicle, which I regret more than anything. But when the Afterlife came out, I was like, you know what? It looks amazing. And you guys know I love my battle damage stuff, and it looks, worn out, beat up. It looks old. The vehicle is incredible. So I said, you know what? I need it. So I bought it. But I will tell you this. I was actually talking to Bob about this. I think, and I really believe, now that they updated the Ghostbuster 4-pack, I think, and I don't know, I'm assuming that the original one was lit up with batteries. There's a possibility now, a huge possibility now, that number one, they know how bad people want that Ecto 1, right? The Afterlife, they don't really need to remake for any reason. But the first one, the original one, the white one, right? It is very possible now with the remake of the update of the 4-pack of the Ghostbusters figures that they can potentially make it again. And if they make it again, right, like for example, let's say the figures come out tomorrow. Do I really need the white one? No, I have the Afterlife, which is my plan anyway. Like, let's say they never make it. My plan is to put all 4 Ghostbusters in front of the Afterlife one. Who's going to tell me that looks bad? You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter, to me at least. But they're seeing, because remember, Blitzray never did anything before. They never redid anything before. They never reissued anything before. They're seeing the success that they're having with reissuing the 4-pack of the Ghostbusters. So when you see that as a company, what stops you from reissuing something else that you know is going to make money again? At this point, they're seeing what the Ecto 1 is going for on eBay and the secondary market. So I believe it's going for over $3,000. Okay, I think it was whatever it was, $1,000 or whatever it was, $1,200. If it's going for over $3,000, why wouldn't they release it for $1,800, $1,999? And who's going to say no? Who's going to say it's too expensive? If you want it, you're going to have to pay over $3,000. So why wouldn't you pay $2,000 brand new sealed directly from the company? So they could easily make that money. And again, even more of a reason why is because of the brand new Ghostbuster figures that they're making. So it makes sense business-wise, right? For them to announce that figure, that vehicle again. So I am hoping, again, do I have room for this thing? Absolutely not. But I am hoping that they do make it, because you better believe I'll make room for it. And obviously having them both looks even better in any collection. You know what I mean? Again, I love my Afterlife, the weathering on that thing, the dents, right? The rust on it, all those features, all the light up fun, everything is incredible in that vehicle. The size, the weight, everything. So very possible, very, very possible that they're reissuing the first one again. Again, it makes more sense to reissue that one than it is the Afterlife. What figures go with the Afterlife? What figures go with the original Ecto 1? The ones they're remaking, the original set, right? So money-wise and figure-wise, it makes sense. Did everyone get to see the movie trailer today? Yes. I got a commercial as well. A few minutes. It just cut and played. Oh, no. Here we go. Maybe that's why it's acting up, the YouTube, because now they're pumping commercials into it. I don't know. You have ads enabled on the stream, Fabs, but have I pirate bypass? Yes, no, I don't press nothing. You guys know I don't know shit about YouTube. I hit go live on StreamYard, and that's it. I don't touch anything. So do not be talking shit. I enabled nothing. I don't enable shit. I hit go and go. That's it. I got a commercial as well a few minutes ago. I just cut it. There you go. Yeah, do whatever you guys got to do. But I didn't enable nothing. The split screen where you're muted and the commercial showed up playing Cray. Guys, hit the like when there's 21 of you guys in here. Thank you guys for being here. I know someone who is selling Nectar on Afterlife in Australia for around 200. That's impossible. That's impossible. That's got to be a what? A 250,000 scale? Nobody's selling that for 250. And whoever buys it is going to get scammed. Gilberto, ¿cómo está? Feliz martes.
I'm doing.
Bienvenido. Bienvenido a la loquera. Guys, hit the like button. There's 19 of you guys in here. We got Consumer Dad. Look at you. He's asking me about all my secret YouTube tricks.
Hello!
Oh my God. I thought you were the YouTube. Imagine. He was asking me how to become a master of YouTube. I said, hey, take it easy. That's for me to know and for you to find out. Oh my God. YouTube is down again. Maybe the hackers got yeah, I'm telling you, I don't know shit about shit. Guys, just a favor, do not use Google Chrome or phone app to watch YouTube. Use Brave, then navigate to YouTube. See, there you go. There's the hack. I'm going to leave it up on the screen for a little bit for those who are having issues with YouTube. Because like I said, I don't touch nothing. I have ads enabled. Ernesto, this is for you.
Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that?
Having an unnatural allegiance to losers is not like you.
That's all for you, okay, Ernesto? That's all for you. Ads enabled. Stay away from me. Guys, hit the like button. There's 21 of you guys in here. Do not roach on the stream, you roach. Yep, it's 1.6 Sideshow. No, it's no such thing. Nobody's selling a 1.6 Ecto 1 for $250. Okay, and what is shipping? $1 million? Is that the trick? Oh, the vehicle's $250, but shipping is gonna be $2,000. Like, come on. There's no such thing. The vehicle alone, retail, was over $1,000. So it's either a scam or shipping is going to be, $2,800. Looking at YouTube on Brave too, and it's down there too. Oh, there you go. It looks like Ernesto's a liar. Ernesto, you're a liar. Looks like you have lies turned on. Do you have lies turned on tonight? You have lies enabled on your system, you liar? All right, guys. So it looks like I said, Embo. You guys know I don't know shit about these characters. But he was in the Mandalorian trailer, as you can see. This is part of the trailer. For those who don't know, he's a bounty hunter. One of the best bounty hunters, apparently, in the Clone Wars. He was always hanging out with Anakin and Ahsoka. And so apparently he also has he has a bow weapon. He uses this hat as a shield and as a sled. And apparently, well, not apparently, he reminds me of Cad Bane. We were talking about this in the members chat. And when I saw this, I was like, oh my God. Literally, I saw Cad Bane immediately. Obviously, it's not Cad Bane. They're both bounty hunters. Anyway, but I believe that this figure is a huge possibility. Again, depending on how big the role is, depending on how important the role that he plays in the movie is, right? They're going to show us a lot of things that are potential, like, Seb being one of them. And I have a feeling he's going to get made. I believe William talked about him, I think last year. And he's one of those characters, I think, again, from Rebels, I believe he mentioned. Again, I don't know Rebels. I never watched Rebels. But I think that's what he said, that it was from Rebels. And that's how a lot of people know, that's know him from Rebels. So it looks like that's another character appearing in the movie, which, again, if that's happening, then most likely they're going to show you, like they did with Cad Bane, right? They gave you Cad Bane from Book of Boba Fett, but they gave you that little droid from Clone Wars. So it looks like they could do the same with this guy, right? They could give you whatever he comes with in the movie, but then give you something specific from the Clone Wars show, like they did Cad Bane. Again, I don't know anything about anything else, so don't ask me questions about these things. I do not lie. I have my YouTube running all good. Maybe is in our brave. In our brave. This guy. We still need fifth, bro. That's correct. That is correct. So we need the girl, right? We need the female and the Asian man, right? Which that's crazy. I completely forgot about those two. The fifth brother and the 13th sister. You know, so those two figures need to be made at some point. I'm assuming they have to be made this year. I think they're very necessary for that line to complete all of the what do you call it? Oh my God, what's their names? Inquisitors. And so the fact that they teased them already, the fact that they're shown already, I don't think they would have done that if they weren't going to make them. I think they have to be made again, possibly this year. But if they got the same hat, then that means they're probably going to use that same style of, you know, of material, right? The same, most likely the same piece, repainted, however they got to repaint it to make you, you know, the fifth brother and then Embo as well. That'll happen again in the 20-second ad. Muted you are. Yeah, see, again, guys, do not blame me for shit because you guys know I don't touch shit. So whatever's going on with your browser over there, that's on you. Probably going to get a lot of figures from Mando movie. Possible. The thing is, we've gotten so many, right? We've gotten so many from Mandalorian, right? We've gotten 3 seasons of the Mandalorian. So it's a little different. The movie, obviously, they got to milk the movie as well. If they milk the show, you better believe they got to milk the movie. So we're going to get into that, Chris, in a second. The new Mando movie might help Sideshow get rid of the... If things appear from the Mandalorian show in the movie, absolutely, because people are going to go back and say, oh, I need this. Oh, I need that. So very possible. Again, if they appear. Obviously, if you don't see a mustard trooper, right? A what are they called? I forget the name of that mustard trooper. Anyway, if he doesn't appear, right? If you don't get that yellow and white trooper in the movie, why would anybody buy it? So, you know what I mean? People don't like it as it is. People don't like those colors. So that's why that's not going to be, you know, helpful. But if it's some type of, you know, other figure or the character that appeared on the show that appears in the movie, then that's a different conversation. You know, artillery. That's what the name is. Artillery trooper. I just remembered. I have a HasLab Razor Crest new in box for sale. Oh, look at that. For sale. Any gifts, Ernesto? Maybe since you owe me $5? Carlos, I'm looking forward to seeing this movie. Are you? So, like I said, very possible character right here. Really hoping. I think we are. Like I said, it seems like it's a big deal character. He was in Rebels, apparently, according to William, because, again, I wouldn't know that. I didn't watch the show. And so now that it's in a movie, they're going to probably make it. So that would make sense. Now we're going to get into this is the black label Johnny Walker. No, Black Series Star Wars figures, right? Again, I don't know anything about these figures. I've never owned any of these figures at all. But as you can see, what did I tell you guys that was going to happen? I told you that for the movie Mando, we were going to have the rolling eyes. I said he already took his helmet off in the show. If he takes it off in the movie, it's a no-brainer. What was in the trailer? Him with his helmet off. So the fact that he already took it off on the show, it was inevitable that he was going to take it off again in the movie. It wouldn't make sense for him not to take it off in the movie if he already took it off on the show, right? Also, they need to use that head sculpt. So like I said, they already have Joel from The Last of Us with the rolling eyes. They have to do Mandalorian, Din Djarin with his rolling eyes as well. So it was inevitable. And Reed Richards as well. So that was going to happen. Now, another thing regarding the actual Mandalorian armor. Remember, we have the original one, right? That was like the most dirty one. Then we got the Beskar version, right? And then we got the chrome, right? The last one we got with the chrome with the head sculpt and all the, if we got the deluxe, okay, you got all the attachments and all the, the bags and all that stuff. The armor on that chrome one, if you guys have it, is weathered, right? It's not shiny clean like it is in this movie now. If you guys pay attention to the trailer, it is very, very sharp, very clean, very chromed out. It doesn't look weathered, at least from the trailer. Doesn't look weathered at all, doesn't look beat up at all. It has to be clean, at least in the beginning, before he gets into fights with anybody where he may get battle damage, may get dirty, may get, damaged somehow, scratched somehow, things happening to it. And then possible, again, to milk the character, we may get a battle damaged, because we didn't get that yet. We got swappable panels, right? The shoulder panels, the shoulder pads are swappable. We've got, and I think that's it. We didn't really get much else that's battle damage or anything like that. So there's a possibility that we get a clean Mando, all clean chrome, and then a battle damage version of that chrome as well, with, whether it's a head sculpt again or no head sculpt, that's a different conversation, but very, very possible. Grogu. Grogu can't be much different, right? He's going to get that shield that he has in the front. I believe he appeared with that in season 3, right? He had like his little shield or his little whatever he had. He had like a chain thing on. Also, as you can see, he's got the sniper rifle, he's got his pistol, and he's got a sword now. Okay, so he's got a sword. Hustles, welcome. How are you?
I'm doing.
Welcome. So as you can see, he's got a sword now, which again, we haven't seen a sword in any of the seasons 1, 2, or 3. So a new accessory. Obviously, we're going to find out why he gets one, or if he automatically, shows up with it, which I doubt. I don't think he's just going to appear in the movie. Oh, look, I got a sword all of a sudden. From season 3 to now, I got a sword. Like, it can't happen like that. And it's not the dark saber either. It can't be the dark saber. Remember that storyline, I believe, is done unless they decide to, bring it back one way or another. Remember, I think Bo-Katan was the one who was in charge of it at the end, or she kept it, or she earned it, or something. She was supposed to be the leader or whatever the hell it happened, if I remember correctly, which I don't. So the fact that he's got a blade now, that tells you that something's going to happen, that he's going to earn a blade or steal a blade from somebody or take a blade from somebody. As you can see, these figures don't come with much. Literally 3 hands? That's it? 3 hands, Grogu, the blade, the small knife. You get the jetpack and his regular pistol that we've gotten plenty already. They don't even show you the rifle here. So it looks like the rifle may be a different thing. See, they don't even show you that. So it could be maybe a different pack, or they just didn't show it to you on that picture. Again, look how shiny it's supposed to be, clean. It's not supposed to be weathered. It's not supposed to be here. It's supposed to, for whatever reason, looks weathered. The shin guard looks a little weathered here. I don't know if it's supposed to be snow, but it looks white. This is also white, so I don't know if it's snow or white. It's got to be weathered or scuffed up. The the undersuit can be different, right? Overall, he's got to look very, very similar to what he looked like in season 3. Bradley Dirty Hands Cooper.
Hello!
Welcome. Where's Cassandra? Well, Ash.
How dare you?
Don't be disgusting, Ash. Guys, hit the like button. There's 23 of you guys in here. We're begging for likes as usual. Oh, man. So, again, I've never owned anything from these lines, so I don't know what the quality is. I don't know, like, for example, these materials, I don't know what they're like. I don't know if it's like real good quality cloth or what. So I can't tell you anything about any of this, but it looks like, look, he's got a lightsaber as well right there. They didn't show us that in the packaging of it. I don't know if that belongs to Grogu. It looks like it's going on Grogu's hand. Let me see something. Yeah, see, they don't even show you that in the packaging. So that's kind of weird. I don't know. See, I don't know anything about Black Series. I don't know how that works. There's Grogu in the snow. So it looks like, remember we talked about the Hoth that you guys, everybody was saying it was a commercial with the tauntauns and, you know, the sled and all that stuff, and everybody said, oh, it's a commercial, blah blah. Well, it looks like he's in the snow. Okay, so like I said, we don't know what's happening in the movie yet, but there's a possibility that we may get a tauntaun. Don't matter if it's a sled or not. It is possible. They've made a dewback, which is a thick animal. They've made the blurg, which is also a bulky. It's not thick, but it's a bulky thing, right? It's kind of like really round, but and it's got a long, straight tail. The dewback is this fat thing. So, again, massive too. It's a big thing. So, is Hot Toys going to stop there? I don't think so. I think it's very possible that we're getting, again, a tauntaun, and what's the other guy that he's looking for in the trailer? The worm? Jabba the Hutt. Right? So Jabba is also very, very likely. Remember, Sideshow has had that license, that product license, that character license for many, many, many years. It's still available on Sideshow for, I think, over $1,000 now. I think it's something like $900 to $1,000. So it is Hot Toys time now to make it. Why wouldn't they make it? Again, how much bigger is that thing going to be than a dewback? So strap it on, guys. Strap it on. Oh, God, this guy. Bradley, go wash your hands. Go wash your hands. Unreal. Unreal. Did you ask Brad if he washes his hands? He always comes in here with some bullshit with his dirty ass hands, talking shit all the time. Unbelievable. Yes, Pizza the Hut. Yeah, Jabba, again, that's a big one. That's a big one. Again, I don't think it's supposed to be the same Jabba. If it is, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. But that type of character, right, that worm-looking thing, it looks like there's 2 of them in the movie. So somebody's going to get made. They have to. They know people are going to buy that thing like crazy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's him. I don't think it's supposed to be the same one. It wouldn't make sense if it's the same one. So that's getting made, most likely, guaranteed. And now we can't say, well, Sideshow has the license, so they're still selling him. Well, guess what? It's not Jabba now. It's the son. or whatever Ash is saying. Right. So it's his son. So what is Sideshow going to say? Oh, you can't do that. We have the father. You can't make the son. And Hot Toy's going to go
Wrong.
and make it anyway, because Sideshow would never get involved, with anything like that regarding Hot Toys, telling them don't do this, don't do that, whatever. Oh, my ankle's so itchy. So again, very likely. No, that's what I'm saying. I don't remember. I thought he died. That's why I said it can't be the same one. Plus, it doesn't make sense if it's the same one because it's two different times anyway. But a lot of things can happen. Now we get the, what is this? Is this going to be an ATRT or an ATAT? You know what I mean? Now, an ATAT, we know those things are massive. I don't think they're getting that. This is a bit smaller than that. So, I don't know if anybody could tell me in the chat what vehicle is this supposed to be, because I don't think it's an AT-AT. And if it is an AT-AT, it looks way smaller here. Because remember, those things were massive. Unless I'm thinking of the bigger ones, which I think have a different name. You Star Wars fans, what is this back here? Is this an AT-AT? Looks like the Star Wars fans are sleeping. Ernesto, put down the tortillas. And what is this? Put down the tajin for a second. Put down the longaniza for 1 second. Tell us what this is. So it is an AT-AT. Now, question, Ernesto, what is the biggest one? Like the big one that they wrapped around with the cable? Remember to trip them? Was that the same thing, an AT-AT, or was that something different? I want to know the difference because I know there's one that's bigger than the AT-AT, if I'm not mistaken. An AT-ST or an ST-AT, something like that. No, but that's Torta. This guy. So the biggest one is AT-AT, correct? Or is this something bigger? The ones from the new movies is larger. No Diddy. For me, new movies do not exist. So what are you telling me? Derek, welcome.
Hello!
So what are you telling me, Ernesto? I don't understand. So this is an AT-AT. Is there anything bigger than this in the Star Wars universe? Tell me. Because I want to know. I want to make sure. Okay, yes, what? Yes, AT-AT. I get it. Right, this is an AT-AT. Is there anything bigger than this in the Star Wars universe? Valkyrie, welcome.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
I want to see what Ernesto has to say. Because I don't remember which ones were the ones that were, they wrapped them, they made them fall by wrapping the wires around the legs and tripped them. It's called an AT-AT, not AT-AT. No, I get it. Oh, yes, the AT-AT. So what? The AT-ACT are bigger than the AT-ATs? Yes, Valkyrie, AT-AT. I get it, but AT-AT is more understandable at the moment. So the AT-ACT is bigger, Ernesto? Because I remember seeing something like really big. The first order ATM-6 dimensional walker is also larger, heavier than the ATV prototype, was roughly 27. So there's so many different types then. See, that's what I'm saying. That's why I will never understand Star Wars, because there's so much similar shit. And you got to be balls deep in this shit to understand it. Somebody tell me what the biggest one is right now besides Lucha's Mandingo. What is the biggest AT-AT style vehicle? Because I don't know those at all. Yes, the ones from the new movies with chin feet are bigger. Okay, I gotcha. ATM6. So that's the biggest one right now. ATM6. So the AT-AT, the AT-AT, new movies, new designs, more money. Gotcha. So then this here is something. So lost me at 4, 5, 6. So this here is going back to the OT, right? So this is an AT-AT from the OT, right? Styled after the OT, correct? Somebody just say yes. Oh my God. Frank, welcome.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up?
ATRT is going to be in the movie. Black Series is dropping. Okay, so the ATRT, but again, we already got that from Clone Wars anyway, from Hot Toys. ATRTs, we already got those, right? So they're not as big, right? They're not the big, massive AT-ATs, right? So I understand that. I get that. That on the floor is an AT-AT. Okay, now question. Now we get it. These things are. Do you guys, are they bigger than the ATRTs that we got already? They should be, correct? At walkers from ESB, these are 20 plus meter tall. At walkers from ESB. This is, so I have to sound like this is what happens. I don't know these vehicles at all. At all. Like I said, I know the ATRT because we have it from Hot Toys, and it's obviously from Clone Wars. That's the only reason why I know it. If we didn't have that vehicle, I wouldn't know what the hell that thing would be either. Fabs, yeah, way bigger. Right. So now, if it's way bigger, there's no way Hot Toys is making that. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. So maybe this is supposed to be a very far away shot, which is why it doesn't look terribly big. But if it's supposed to be way bigger than an ATRT, then that's why it's not going to get made by Hot Toys. Absolutely not. Not happening. So here he is with the shotgun with the sniper rifle. The pistol. There's Grogu down there. Again, they don't show you the lightsaber that they showed you before. They don't show you. There's something else they don't show you, which is weird. See, there's no lightsaber there. So there it is, the lightsaber. So very weird. Then we got, guys, some other characters. This looks like Sigourney Weaver here. She is Colonel Ward, it looks like. Yeah, that looks like Ward. So as you can see, she's a pilot. So are they going to make the head sculpt for her? I mean, anything's possible, but I mean, the outfit's already made, right? Her in a pilot outfit. If this is what they're going to do, all they got to worry about is the head sculpt. And if they're going to make the head sculpt for her as a pilot, they're definitely going to make her, dress version as well. So they could reuse that head sculpt. Maybe change the hair a little bit if it's necessary. Again, if she's that big of a deal in the movie, right? Rudy mentioned that if they made her, he would buy her to go with Andor. So I'm assuming that it's a possibility that she could be made. Also, we have the Imperial Remnant AT driver. Sideshow made this years ago. I have it from Sideshow, the old white one, which is this one. Hot Toys has never made it, right? So remember that these things, these troopers and pilots are always made, right? Anything helmeted is always possible. It's always not possible, probable, because it's easy stuff for them to make, right? They don't need a likeness permission when it comes to a head sculpt, which, you know, that's not why they don't make certain things, but most likely why they don't make certain things. If they don't want to go through the hassle of getting that you know, that head sculpt done or whatever. But a helmet will usually get made. Then we have here the Imperial Remnant ATRT driver. This looks like the what was the name? The gray ones from the Mandalorian. The same helmet. Tank assault trooper? Assault tank trooper? Is that what it was? Assault tank? Assault tank, I think. Fast Wise Weaver. I don't know. I didn't make her. Legendary actors, I gotta make her. Well, she's been in a few things already, and they never did, you know, so far. So hopefully now in this movie, they should. But again, we gotta wait and see. If they make her for Star Wars, I could see them making a new Ripley. Well, no, the Ripley is 100% coming. I told you guys that already. You know, they don't need to make her for them to make the Ripley. The Ripley is already, you know, they've made already three versions of Ripley. The original two, one standard, one with the power loader, the updated one with the longer hair. Because remember, those power loader versions, and the original, she had the little short bushy hair. Then they did the long hair with the suit on. So they don't need to make her, you know, obviously once they update her, you know, she's going to be an older version. Like, for example, for this movie, she's going to be an older version. She's not going to be, you know, how she looked when she was younger for the Alien movie. So it has nothing to do with that. You know what I mean? So they don't need to make her for this to make, you know what I mean? To make another Ripley. The Ripley's coming regardless. If they do War, will stop her from Aliens Ripley. No. Again, they're not waiting to do this to make a Ripley. This is not, because remember how she looks like for this character. She did not look like this for Ripley. She was 40 years younger. So it's not, you guys, I get what you guys are saying, but that's not what's going to happen. Because she's not going to look like this for Aliens. It's not going to happen. She's not this young or this old for Aliens. She's younger for Aliens. So that's what I mean. Question for the stream. Why are Hot Toys called Hot Toys? How did Howard come up with that name? Because I think, weren't they used to be called Cool Toys? There was something called Cool Toys at one point, if I'm not mistaken. There was something called Cool Toys, and I think then they changed it to Hot Toys. Something like that. No, Fabs, you're wrong. Ron mentioned Ripley. I've been mentioning Ripley since before Ron knew what a Hot Toys was. Okay, Ernesto, go brush your teeth. I read it here first. He said, "Don't get me in trouble." Oh my God, Fab, do not be ageophobic. No, I'm telling you, I get what you guys are saying, but she's old here, and she was not old in Alien, so it's not. That's not the reason why. You know, a Ripley was coming regardless. Now that. Maybe because of the fact that they're making her at this time, if they decide to make her, then whoever's making her, they're probably going to do a young version and an older version. That's a different conversation. But it's not that they're making her for this and it's like, oh, they're going to use the same head sculpt. It'll never work. You know? And then last but not least, so this was like the assault, the assault tank. The assault tank patrol or trooper, whatever it was. Remember, it was all gray. Same style of helmet. And then we got the Imperial Remnant Stormtrooper. So, oh my God. So, that's coming. We already got the Remnant Trooper, I believe, from Solo. That figure sold out fairly quickly, and then everybody wanted one. The Remnant Trooper, I remember that. So anytime they can make her, and as you can see, it's got the chest pouch. So we've gotten that a billion times. So nothing new here. This guy's got a skirt. So that's going to be a new style, new look for another assault tank. Big Rip, how are you, my friend? Welcome.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
So it's gonna get funky, guys. These guys usually just come with a pistol, right? A little small weapon, and that's it. Yes, Circle, Cool Toys, and they made unlicensed figures. They changed their Hot Toys once. Yeah, that's what I thought. I remember that. I remember the Cool Toys thing. And I think their logo was like a bluish, like a light bluish to give it that cool ice look. So here she is as the pilot. So you get a helmet, right? Doesn't look like she's got a weapon here. Nope, they don't show you a weapon here. Obviously, they got to give her something, I would assume. They're not just going to give her a helmet and that's it. Here she's got the hand that would be used for a gun. So who knows? Then we got the driver, the at driver. Or again, Sideshow made this years ago with the same weapon. So it's only a matter of time for Hot Toys to make it. Again, this is an updated assault tank trooper. Remember, he was all gray. The helmet, again, slightly different. I'm trying to think. 1 second, guys. Yeah. So the assault tank is actually white, guys. It's not. I thought it was the gray one. The gray one's from Mandalorian. The one he uses, I forget the name of that one. The assault tank is from Rogue One, and it looks exactly like this. It just has black up here. The shoulder pads are black, and it's very weathered. So as you can see, this is slightly weathered, but it's more white. The gray one was called, what the hell was the gray one called? For Mando. The one that he used as a disguise was the comedian. I forget the comedian's name too. We should create our own 1/6 toy company called Fire Toys. This guy. Fire Toys. Guys, hit the like button. There's 26 of you guys in here. Thank you guys for being here and hitting the like button. Begging does work. Whoever tells you otherwise is a liar. And then we got the Stormtrooper here, the Remnant Stormtrooper, which again, it's just a combination of different things. The pauldron, the pouch. We've gotten these with Clone Wars. We've gotten these with so many, Sand Troopers. And so this is just another money maker for them. And obviously for those who collect more than one, easy money for Hot Toys. Then we have, guys, here are the vehicles. So this I know because we got it from Hot Toys already. This is the ATRT. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Don't worry, I'll wait.
So this I know is an ATRT. Again, obviously this is not from Clone Wars. This is from Mando. So it looks obviously different. So what are they going to do? They're going to repaint the ones from Mando. They're going to repaint the ones from Clone Wars for Mando. And there's your ATRT. So that's going to suck because I have no room. I mean, I'm still getting one, but I have no room. I don't know where it's going. The good thing about these vehicles is, though, You can literally fold them down, like the head, right? You could bring it all the way down, and it could sit literally like a dog. So that's why I'm able to have the one I have from the Clone Wars, literally next to all the bark speeders. But it looks like the new one I'm gonna have to put up there somewhere, wherever it fits. But I have to get one. There's no way I'm not getting one. So expect this to be made from the Mandalorian, because it's gonna get just a repaint from what we have already. Maximum Flex, welcome.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up?
Stepping in while at work. It was a glorious day for the trailer. Let's go, Embo. Yeah, so again, it looks like he's coming, guys. It looks like he's coming. Again, I don't see why they wouldn't, right? They don't need a face permission, right? It's not a human. And you guys know that they do aliens all the time. So very, very likely. Very, very likely. If you're already first, no doubt, this will be a second chance to grab. Well, again, different color. Same exact thing. Guaranteed, different color. Yes. Again, as you can see, they're showing him in motion. You got the base and the stand here holding him up with the assault tank trooper. Obviously, it's called the ATRT driver. But again, nothing new here. Again, Hot Toys is going to make. See, the cool thing about it is you could place it however you want. You could adjust it however you want. You could pose it however you want. So very cool vehicle to own, because it's got so many different display versions, display ways. So that's why it's fun. That's why I said I'll figure it out where to put it, because they're just really nice. And here it is in the packaging. Mandalorian and Grogu, Imperial Remnant ATRT by Kenner. So look at the height difference. Again, this is doable for Hot Toys because we already got it, right? It's nothing new. Nothing that it's like, oh, well, it's big, then I got to make it. Nope, they already made it. And people bought it. A lot of people bought it. And a lot of people bought a couple of them. And they know this. So this is going to get repainted and sold. And then we got more Mando here. So this looks like it's an all clean version. So it looks like we're getting two versions, guys. We're getting, like I told you guys earlier, a battle damage version, it looks like, and this clean version. The battle damage had rips on the cape, right? It had scuffing. Remember, I told you guys this was all white here. It was white over here. So scuffing. So it looks like I said, possible we're getting a battle damage version from Hot Toys, a clean version from Hot Toys. Remember that, like I said, the Mandalorian one was a chrome version, but it was a weathered chrome, right? It was, you could see that it was like a little dirty, sand on it. It wasn't 100% clean. This is your clean version, and the one we went over already is your battle damage version. At least it looks like it's beat up a little bit, right? There was no breakage or anything like that, but it was more weathered than this. Even like I said, the cape. Here is the blade that they showed you. Here's the knife. Grogu climbing on him with the jetpack on. And here it is. Again, they don't show you the lightsaber hilt here for whatever reason. We got IG-12. I still haven't got an IG-12 for Mando. Imagine. That's terrible. I completely forgot about it. That looks really nice. Again, those colors are a little funky. I like the metallic look better, but that's what the character is. It is what it is. Oh, this is IG-11. I thought it was IG-12. What happened to 12? Navarro Marshall. Oh, my God. Somebody explain. Somebody explain right now. Why is this not IG-12? Somebody explain. Because as far as I know, this is IG-12. So why is this not IG-12? It says IG-11 Navarro Marshall. Somebody explain. 150 plus tariffs. That's right, the tariffs. Oh, that could be a problem. I forgot about that. No, they'll make it. Trust me, they'll make it. Have any idea where you're going to put the animated Oh my God. I don't see a reason to buy a new Mando at this point. I mean, you don't have to buy anything. You never have to buy anything. But remember, you're going to get rolling eyes now. The head sculpt that we got for the Chrome one, there was no rolling eyes. That head sculpt was not the greatest anyway. You're going to get an updated head sculpt. Remember, we got Reed Richards with the rolling eyes. We got Joel from The Last of Us with the rolling eyes. We're going to get that update, right? We may get magnetic pieces. Maybe not. The body for those Mandalorians, you better believe they got to be updated. One way or another, we got to get slightly better articulation for those figures. Guaranteed. The paint applications obviously have to be different than the ones we already got. Remember, this has to be a very clean version, chrome of it, not the weathered chrome version like we got already. Accessories, as you can see, he gets some type of sword now. And it's not the dark saber. So it's going to be different. Again, you don't have to buy anything. You don't have to like anything. But it's going to be updated. You know, what does Mike say when it comes to rolling eyes? He doesn't care. So for him, he wouldn't, you know, not that he buys Star Wars anyway, but he wouldn't buy it anyway. Because the updates are going to be, you know, updated paint, the rolling eyes. And if you don't care for those things, guess what? And if you already have one, obviously there's no need, again, unless you decide that there's a need. That's from Mando Show. Oh, so why is it on here? That's why I'm like, what's going on? But still, isn't this IG-11 though? I mean, IG-12? Am I bugging out? That's why I'm like, yeah, why does it say Mandalorian Grogu? What is this one? Then we got Imperial Remnant Snowtrooper. Look at that. So again, another Snowtrooper update. So we got the one that is limited right now that is, you know, still shipping, the limited version of it that's clean white. Remember the original was dirty white. Now we got this one with that metallic jaw. My God, guys, you know how much we're going to get milk for this? So you know what they're going to do? They're going to dirty up the one that's shipping, the limited one, right? The Commander or whatever it is. They got to dirty it up because remember, that's a very, very clean white. And they're going to put that different attachment on the mouth. And this your $290 figure. Oh my God, guys. They're going to milk everything. They're going to milk everything. Watch the damn show. Well, I did. I watch every season of Mandalorian. What do you mean? You're looking at a different scale now. Those are Black Series. I gotcha. But again, I'm just going by the fact that it says, you know, that it's from the movie, right? The Mandalorian Grogu. Right? You're going to tell me that Hot Toys is not going to make this when we just got, you know, that Snowtrooper Commander one that's you know, the limited to however many pieces it was. And attach a new jaw and dirty it up like the original one. So, guys, strap it on. We're talking about Star Wars. The ticket Stormtrooper pre-order Sideshow has no tariffs. Which one? Which one? Those color red and white are Marshall colors. Look at Caravan's belt. It has the same colors. Also, Ms. Cara Dune have those colors. No, but I thought it was IG-12 for the way it looks with that stomach piece. Cara Dune also is not there, but she was the Marshal in Navarro until they fired her. No, yeah, that stuff I know. But I'm saying I thought for some reason it was IG-12. RP Carl Weathers, by the way. Yeah, I know. That's sad, man. I think he would have been in the movie. 100%. Crazy Star Wars, Guidance Trooper. I know. No, that's painful, man. That's painful because not only are they going to give us standard releases, but they're going to give us, you know, limited releases that those are the ones that are like, oh, you better go get one or they're going to be gone. You know, and it's painful. It's painful because it's, you know, it's just a slight change, a slight modification from another one that they've made before. at least sometimes twice, and you're spending over $300 for no head sculpt. It's painful. It's painful. Guys, hit the like button, please. There's 30 of you guys in here. Thank you guys for being here. IG2 was destroyed, getting in return guard after there was a draw. No, I know. Use IG2 remains to rebuild IG11. Oh, is that what happened? Okay. I don't know why. I don't know why I thought the last one left was IG12. IG12's Grogu was avatar and it's fixed IG11. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought the last one I saw was IG12. That's why I was like, wait a minute. What am I looking at? What do you mean? Which one? The TK Stormtrooper with the... Oh, that's right. The one you brought up earlier today. Yeah, the one with the brown cloak. That's what I was like. What are you talking about? Yes. So, again, guys, strap it on because it's going to get painful. It's going to get very painful. And here are some Stormtroopers. As you can see, this one's got a different colored shin guard. But these look like all regular. So you got this one with you got two regulars. You got one with the pauldron here. And then you got one with the pouches on the chest. So these are just variations, it looks like. To then hopefully, again, it looks like we're just going to get one like this. And then you could display it however you want. You could remove the pauldron if you want to have it like this. But I think we're going to get plain ones anyway. I think we're going to get a plain one. We're going to get one with everything, and then you could display it however you want. We've gotten them before, so it's nothing new. But if we get one with this, that's going to be a special thing that everybody's going to want, that everybody's going to need. Oh, I need the one with the dirty leg, with the yellow leg. So, you know what I mean? Star Wars IP need to keep pumping out. Yeah, no, it's... Again, I understand it. You know what I mean? I get it. But it's like, yo, man, it's like we need, again, obviously a Star Wars fan cannot get enough of these Stormtroopers. They cannot get enough of these things. I understand. But it's like, my God, man. It's like we either get it clean or dirty, clean or dirty, clean or dirty, clean or dirty. Pauldron, no pauldron. Pouch, pauldron, no pouch, no pauldron. Pauldron alone. Pauldron and pouch. Dirty or clean. Like, all right. Like, we get it. Again, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's just me. It's nothing new. Like I said, a Star Wars fan, it's like, oh, I can't get enough Stormtroopers. Sean, for example, he is obsessed with the clones. He cannot get enough clones. So I get it. But to me, it's like, all right, like, give us something different. But that's just what it is. That's what Star Wars is. If you don't like it, don't buy it. You know what I mean? That's what I say to myself. If I'm complaining, then don't buy it. But they're great figures. So that's why it's like, it's painful because I know I'm going to have to buy it anyway. Because I love these figures. Not painful for me. Thanks to the rules. Unbelievable. That's what I'm saying. The fact that you have so much self-control where like, all right, like this is not for me. Like it's cool. You know what I mean? Like for me, like I always tell you guys, these are the best toys out there. Nobody's making better toys. Doesn't matter what it is. So that's why it's like, oh, like I have to have all the best toys. And obviously you guys see I can't anymore. But it's like, oh, it's painful because I know I'm going to have to try to get it. Something, again, that we have how many of these already? How many dirty Stormtroopers do we have? How many clean Stormtroopers do we have? How many sand troopers do we have? How many commanders? How many, we got them all. But one is from this movie, one is from this show, one is from this movie, one is from this show, one is from this movie. So it's like, that's why it's painful. Fab, there's one guy that has to be announced. Yeah, I know. We're going to get into him in a little bit. Star Wars is never ending. You need rules. No, absolutely. That's the thing. You know what I mean? I have no rules. That's the problem, and I should be setting some rules and I should be setting some limitations on, all right, like enough with these. Like I should, but it's like, again, they're so nice. That's the problem. That's the problem. That's the only problem. They're so nice. Then we got G.I. Joes. What happened to Zeb? I thought they had Zeb. I thought I saw Zeb. What happened to Zeb? What happened to Zeb? Here's the TK, Carlo. At least supposed to be like it. Where's Zeb? I guess we didn't get Zeb. Let me see if I think Bob sent it. Hold on 1 second. Pretty sure Bob sent it. Bob, you sent Zeb, right? Of course he did. Oh, he sent a few. Oh, Bob. Bow. He sent a few. Bow. All right, let me pull them up. Bow. All right, here we go, guys. Here we go. So first and foremost, we have guard droid and mercenary Stap. Okay, so remember, Mandalorian and Grogu, this is from the movie. This is not made up, Ernesto, okay? So as you can see, right, the Stap, remember, we already saw the Stap being made with the Geonosis droids. Remember, they were riding the Stap. This was over a year ago we saw these things. It's only a matter of time for those. Remember, those Staps were already made for Anakin Skywalker from the Clone Wars. So it looks like it is possible that we're going to get another repaint of them on top of the ones, again, that we saw from episode 2 with the Geonosis droids on top. Or I don't know if it was episode 2 or it wasn't Clone Wars, obviously. Episode 2 or, something else. But we saw them painted. Remember, for Clone Wars, it was blue. We saw them painted brown. Actually, like this, as you can see here. And then instead of this guy, which is a guard droid, it was a Geonosis droid. So it was a couple of them. As you can see, this is a really cool looking guard droid. I've never seen this before. This would be something really cool to have on top of a Stap if they decide to go that route. Again, I don't know what the role is going to be of this droid in the movie, but if this toy company is already making it, why wouldn't Hot Toys if it's a thing? What another variant of the TK Trooper? Nice. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It's going to be a billion of them. As I thought the first commandment of the Hot Toys toysology was, "You shall not to have in our basura." This guy, unbelievable. So, very cool. Again, I've never seen this before. Very different. So we already have Staps. They could repaint it. Here's another Stap. Remember, we were already teased one before this, so maybe this is when they're gonna, bombard us with Staps. I hope not. And then last but not least, Garazeb Aurelius. So again, like I said, this was a character that actually William, he customized a Zeb for himself for his collection in 1/6. He was the one who brought up where he was from. I've never watched Rebels. He said this was 100% from Rebels. When he was on stream one night, because again, I wouldn't know where this is from. I thought that when he was teased already, he was from Rebels. He was teased, I want to say, on one of the shows, at the end of one of the shows. I don't remember which one. I don't know if it wasn't Ahsoka, maybe Mandalorian, but he appeared on the last episode of something, if I'm not mistaken. So, we thought that he was going to be made for that. Obviously not. So most likely 100% going to be made for the movie. CSI, welcome.
Hello!
Speaking of rules, I had to choose between Hot Toys Star Wars 1/6 vehicles so I wouldn't go broke. Still difficult for me, especially since Starkiller showed up on Sideshow again. I had to choose between Hot Toys Star Wars or 1/6 vehicles so I wouldn't go broke. Yeah, but what would you be buying? What would you be buying? What would you be buying in 1/6 vehicles? Like what would you have to choose between? You know what I mean? Like what haven't you gotten that you're like, all right, I need to buy this or I'm gonna buy this, and now I can't buy this, so I could get figures. What were you looking to get? Or what did you need to get that you're like, all right, I can't do this anymore? Zeb. Origins was gonna Chewbacca was saying George Lucas, the creator, scratched and went to the OG Chewbacca style. Zeb with Dopo. I must complete the Rebels team. So I think that's what William did. I think he completed the Rebels team. And having Hera, I believe, was part of that team. Chopper, I believe, was part of that team. So he's had that custom that he made for a while now. So again, I wouldn't know anything about this character. I don't know the backstory. I don't know what he's supposed to be, what type of species he's supposed to be. I don't know any of this, but apparently it's a big deal character, at least for the Rebels show. So again, the fact that they're making him, looks like it's possible that he's going to get made by Hot Toys, which, like I said, if they milked the Mandalorian show with as many figures as we got from those 3 seasons, I don't know why they wouldn't milk the hell out of the movie to make Disney more money. So we'll see. At the time, it was the 89 Batmobile, the DeLorean Mark 1, Bat Pod, and 12 the Bat. So you chose to not get any of those so you could keep collecting figures? Is that what you're saying? Let me know. I want to understand this story. Because Carlo's still looking for an 89 Batmobile. So if you could get him the one you didn't want, maybe he'll thank you with Sydney Sweeney's autograph. They're very close. Tumblr. So you're pretty much what? Not getting any of these vehicles anymore? Let me know. I want to know. I want to know the juice. I want to know I want to know the story. I want to know the tea. So as you can see, he's got a few weapons here. Again, I can't even really tell what this is, whatever this is. But again, the meaning of the character looks like he's a very special character for the Rebels show. So I couldn't collect Star Wars figures, even though I love the OG and prequels. So you're choosing vehicles over the figures? I have all this. Gotcha. So you chose the vehicles. Gotcha. Wow, that's painful. See, that's why I tell you guys, not being able to collect everything, going from buying everything, and not only buying everything, but buying 2 of everything, 3 of everything, case of everything, obviously depending on what it was. Now, like I told you guys a few weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago, I think, or last week, I found a case of Mark 85s. A case. I think it's either 3 or 4 in a case. I think it's 3 in a case. I didn't even know I had. No, I thought that they either sold them or I got rid of them. A case of Mark 85s. What am I going to do with a case of brand new brand new sealed Mark 85s? So hopefully when somebody comes into the community and is looking to trade for something, maybe I'll get rid of them like that. But that's what happens. DCIP will have to be sacrificed to buy Star Wars. See, that's painful. That to me is more painful than buying stormtroopers, because I could easily just not buy stormtroopers and get everything else. But it's like, oh, I need my stormtroopers too. Yes, that was my decision back in 2010. Well, the thing with the vehicles is, if your collection isn't humongous, right? If you don't have a humongous collection, the vehicles make any collection pop, right? You get these humongous pieces displayed however you want to display them, and they just make, you got your figures, and then this boom, this huge vehicle, and then figures here, and then another huge. So they actually make collections look, having vehicles make collections look way nicer than having no vehicles. You know what I mean? Especially if you have a nice setup, you have nice cases where you could have the vehicle with some figures around it, and then more figures here and there, and then another vehicle. That looks really cool, right? Like, for example, these cases, to me, right? Because I don't have those big professional cases. Kind of boring. Because I know that if I had vehicles within those cases, it would change the entire aesthetic of how that case looks. But these cases are not even made for figures anyway. You know what I mean? They don't have a specific height where I could use risers to give it that staggered look, which is why, I don't really, it is what it is. But if these were a little bit higher, I would be able to stagger them, put a riser behind and then have the little, but all the 12-inch figures, like, for example, Iron Patriot, the Endgame Iron Patriot, right, has less than a half an inch in space from where the weapons would touch the glass on top. The Mark 85. The Mark 85 with those big, with the big wings that Thor throws the lightning to and he shoots at Thanos. Literally barely touching the glass because they're so tall. So I don't have the height on these cases. Some figures, like, for example, Black Widow, Scarlet Witch, right? These are short female figures. You have about 6 inches from the top glass. So those figures I could, take everything out, put the shorter figures in the back with some risers, and then do it that way. But then you're going to have figures like the Mark 85 and the Iron Patriot, in front of them, like blocking them. So that's why. So these I thought these figures were gonna I thought these cases were gonna work for me. These are professional grade display cases, but not for toys. These are more for like a less is more type of collector. You know what I mean? When you have like 4, 5 per shelf, maybe 6 per shelf. That's what it's for, right? But to have like 30 per shelf, like, nah. While my dress trials, I can trade something. 85. This guy. 1.6 vehicles is non-starter for me. Don't have room or money. No, but you could get them cheaper. You could get, for example, the tumblers, you could find them decently priced. Obviously, if you don't want to spend that money, that's a different story. But they're not crazy expensive. Like an 89 Batmobile is a different conversation, right? A tumbler, I think you could find them fairly decent. DeLoreans, I don't know how expensive they're going now. Jazz Inc., forget about it. It's not even worth it because the money you'll be spending for them, it's not worth what they charge for that stuff anyway. So it hurts seeing the Vaders, Moles, Anakins, Hans Leia all pass me by. No, it's painful. It's very painful. And like I said, they're only getting better, right? The bodies are getting better. Articulation's getting better. Materials are getting better. Everything's getting updated. If it's got the eyes, you get the rolling eyes. Even though, again, a lot of people don't care for that, but that's, it's an update for the figure. It's a better figure. It's a better looking figure. So it's painful. It's painful, especially if it's shit you like. Oh, God. What's up? My Artisan Spider-Man will be shipping in a few days from Sideshow. Yep. I got my email today also that it's shipping in 3 days. And I only owe $65. I am so excited. So yeah, guys, it looks like we may get bombarded with Mandalorian figures again. And I told you guys this a while ago. There's no reason why they would milk the Mandalorian show and give us what 3 figures from the movie. It ain't happening. They know that there's money to be made. I can tell you that the movie is going to be very good already, guaranteed. People are going to love that thing. The build-up from the 3 seasons of The Mandalorian is only right that it's going to, blow that movie up. People are waiting or have been waiting at least for this. So it's going to get crazy, guys. And don't forget, we're going to get all this stuff from this movie. We're going to get the stuff from Spider-Man Brand New Day. We're going to get stuff from Doomsday. So it's going to get, and then don't forget the in-betweens, right? The comic book, the VGM stuff, the ready to ship, Hot Toys exclusives, the Iron Mans that pop up out of nowhere, ready to ship as well at $420 a pop. Strap it on, guys. Strap it on. It's going to get bloody. It's going to get painful. I have a feeling that Cara Dune will pop up in that movie like hello there style. Well, I tell you this. After the lawsuit, she was told by the Disney people, can't wait to work with you again. Okay? So I can tell you this. They know that people were very upset that she was removed. Not only removed because she was a good character, but removed for the reasons she was removed. So the fact that now that's all over with, again, now that's up to her. Is she going to be, mature enough to be like, all right, let's put it behind us. I want to work with you guys again after how you treated me, after how you blacklisted me from this. That's a different story. You know what I mean? She could say, you know what? It's money to be made. I'll be making money. I'll be relevant again, and something very popular, very important back in my Star Wars world. Or she could say, go fuck yourself. It is more convenient and is more beneficial for the Star Wars movie makers to bring her in, which again, whatever happened already happened. The movie's already done. But it is more beneficial for them to bring her in money-wise. Because what's going to happen is this. Obviously, you have a lot of people who go to the movies opening weekend. And that's your word of mouth advertising, right? The people who love the movie, oh my God, it was amazing. And then when you have then the second batch going, oh, I heard it was good. I can't wait to go this weekend. So when it's the other way around, right? When the movie sucks and the first wave of people go and then the second wave hears that the movie sucked, they're not in a rush to go waste their money. And some people still don't care. Oh, I want to see it anyway. But a lot of people don't go to the movies when they hear the movie sucked, when they see the reviews, the movie sucked, right? The tomatoes, the Rotten Tomatoes, right? They see the reviews, they're like, oh, this is garbage. Why would I go waste my money? The moment people see her in this movie, somebody's going to say, oh, Cara Dune is back. People immediately go, I am going to see that shit. And that's just guaranteed money right there. Even if she has a 2-second line, they just want to see that she's back in that world. So they know that there's money to be made. It would be stupid for them not to. Again, it's up to her at this point now. Obviously, they're going to say, oh, would you like to? She could say yes. She could say no. Just out of spite, she could be like, go fuck yourself. I don't need your money. You guys are pieces of shit for what you did to me. Or she could be, a grown up and say, all right, it is what it is. I won my case. Now pay me, bitch. So anything's possible, but if she appears, money. Money, money, money. Said the same thing about Deadpool. What do you mean? What'd you say? That he was coming next week? Liar. Hot Toys is gonna randomly decide to 2.0 the house party protocol and finish the line. I mean, they already kind of started if you think about it, right? The 42 2.0, the Silver Centurion, right? 2.0, I believe it's USB. They did the Sub-Zero, which it's not because it's fractal, so they didn't do that. I mean, it's going to take a while. It's not impossible, but it's going to take a long time because there's a lot. There's a lot of these guys. You got Python, you got Sneaky, you got Bones, you got Retro, Disco, you got, it's a lot, man. You got Hot Rod. No, it's a lot. It's a lot. I mean, again, it could take them 20 years, but it's a lot. I don't think that's something that they're going to be focusing on. Again, he won here, won there. Again, over how many years? Possible. But I think the moment you see either an Igor 2.0 or the Red Snapper 2.0 or the one with the jackhammer hands or the Gamma, right? Remember there was a Gamma and there was another one, the yellow one. I forget what the yellow one is, but the Gamma is the same thing as the yellow one, just the yellow and gray, just green. Once you start seeing those, once you see a Heartbreaker 2.0, then you're like, all right, this is where they're headed. But right now, the Silver Centurion, I think it was a big deal in the movie, so that's why they made it. The 42 obviously was one of the main suits in Iron Man 3, so that's why they made it. So it's kind of tricky to say. Gina C will always. All right, keep it in your pants, Ernesto. Keep it in your pants. I do not trust Rotten Tomatoes. Those guys give Sharknado 77. That movie's a masterpiece. Unbelievable. We need Iron Patriot 2.0. Well, we pretty much got it for Endgame, right? That massive thing, which it's not the Iron Man 3 version. But it's possible. I mean, we got that Iron Patriot already 2.0, but it was with the Captain America shield, which is it the same thing? Not really, but maybe that's what they were going for, but it's not Iron Man 3. So, you know what I mean? So again, anything's possible, but I don't think so. The moment we see an Igor, or we see a Gamma, or we see a Red Snapper, or any of those, or a Heartbreaker, or a Sneaky, or a Bones, or a Hot Rod, these these big ones in 2.0, then that's 100% what's happening. I can tell you immediately that's what they're doing. Because these are very, niche suits that are not like your mainstream suit. Star Boost, shotgun, correct. If you see, and Star Boost was one of my favorite suits. If you see Star Boost as a 2.0, they're all coming. Guaranteed. Because there's no reason for them to make a Star Boost just for the hell of it. You know what I mean? So, absolutely. Fabs and I'm in Mark 7 USB. I think that's bound to happen at some point. Even though the last one we got was the one with the pod, right? The one that you could actually turn into the pod. That was the last Mark 7. It wasn't USB, I don't think. So they got to make one. Also, Mark IV. Remember, the Mark IV was very old too. They have to update that at some point. If and they don't have to, but they could if they want to make money. The Iron Patriot 1.0 is small next to the Mark 42. No, it's a different type of figure, of course. But again, if that's what they're going for, because the Iron Man Mark 42 is more of a big deal because obviously it's Iron Man suit than James Rhodes' suit. And remember, for Iron Man 3, you had the original War Machine in gray that then was painted into the Iron Patriot. So that means that they would have to give us the War Machine for Iron Man 3 in gray, and then they would have to give us the Iron Patriots because it would have to be that same armor repainted into the Iron Patriot. So that's what I'm saying. The moment you start seeing those in 2.0s, they're all coming. Again, how long? Who knows, but they're all coming. Please, no more Iron Man. I'm from posing the artist and got Loki. It's not crazy dynamic pose, but it's perfect. No, it's a very classy figure. It's very, very underwhelming as a figure. Not much to it whatsoever. What makes that figure is that throne and that crown and those effects, right? That's your entire figure right there. The fact that you can have it sitting without the effects looks very classy. The fact that you can have it, standing looks very classy. The fact that you can have it with the effects, very classy. So it's just a very, very minimalist figure, right? Nothing fancy about it. All the clothing has, at least the cape has all wires in it. Nothing fancy about it. Nothing out of this world about it. It's a very, very classy figure. That's all it is. All right, I feel the same way about Stormtroopers. I get it. So, guys, what's today? Today's Tuesday. Like I said, I don't even know when they're coming back. I want to say in a week, hopefully. So probably next week at some point, we should be getting some action again. So we got to wait. So hopefully we get some action from third party. Hopefully we get some action from somebody. FabsFigures, how to drop something like, yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. So I will be back. What's today again? Tuesday. So either Thursday or Friday. Again, if something big third party comes out or anything exciting from third party comes out, then I'll definitely be on just to talk about it. Apparently, Luch was sending me pictures of the Jazz Inc. animated series Batmobile that came out. Obviously, there's nothing to talk about regarding that because it's all lies anyway. Hot Tubs was releasing figures this time last year, so I don't think it'll be too much longer. Yeah, it could be, like I said, it could be a week. It could be a week, so who knows? But we'll see. We just got to wait and see until the moment we see an announcement or a release, we know they're back. What was I going to say? Yeah, so, I'm not going to bring up the Jazz Inc. Batmobile. It's all garbage anyway. So that's what about the quarter skilled? This guy. You weren't kidding about the Saturday stream being late. No, like I told you guys, I don't know if you were paying attention. I said, I don't know if I'm going to stream. I said, if I do stream, it's going to be a late stream. But if I don't announce it, then obviously it's not happening. So I got home really late. I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm not even going to bother. And there was really nothing to talk about anyway, because I had gone on Friday to talk about whatever was going on already. So I was like, to go back to, on Saturday to do what? So that's why I didn't bother. And like I said, I wasn't going to go on tonight either. But Bob was like, you know what? You should really get to work because, there's Mandalorian action. So that's the only reason why I'm on. He got me all the information for the, from Hasbro. He got me all the screenshots from all the figures. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here, streaming at all because I wasn't planning on it at all, So send me the super chats on Bob's name, and then. All right, guys. So as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.